Up next.
With home inspections, it's a very low overhead business, so it's very profitable from the beginning.
So Josh, how do you guys at HomeTeam, you're the VP, so how do you balance, let's say, managing growth and maintaining that company culture?
Yeah, I mean, AI has helped us in so many ways.
This episode sponsored by SEO Samba. Empower your franchise with predictable results and AI-driven marketing. Hello and welcome back. We have a fabulous episode here today. This is Ion Franchising, Lance Graulich. I have Josh Spires and Josh, VP of HomeTeam Inspection Service. Welcome to the show, Josh.
Thank you for having me.
It is my pleasure. I am glad you're here. So, home inspection. A lot of people that have purchased a home had a home inspector. They think to themselves, why does this have to be a franchise? Can't I just do this business on my own?
Yeah, it's we get that a lot, especially in the beginning stages of having a conversation with somebody about starting a franchise and home inspections. Many people can do a home inspection, but not many people know how to run a business, and that's what we focus on, is training you, helping you maintain a brand, and then training you on how to operate a business successfully. You hear over and over again people starting businesses and them failing, and that's a huge investment, one of the largest investments you make in your entire life. So we focus on making sure that you can grow a valuable brand that's going to support you and your family long term.
Yeah, if you watch Shark Tank at all, they'll accuse a lot of entrepreneurs of having a hobby and not a business. And I could see this being one of those, if you don't understand the business of the business, the marketing and really
Right.
how to be efficient with scheduling and obviously the ins and outs. Is probably a lot of liability in telling
That's
somebody
right.
their house is good and it's not, right?
That's exactly right. Yep, all of the technical training you get at the beginning. Anybody can do that technical training and be a home inspector, but knowing how to operate in a way that's going to keep you safe, protect you from liability, but also grow a business that you can be away from. You don't have to be doing every inspection yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas when you start your own, if you don't know the process, the path to get there, you're going to end up doing you're going to buy yourself a job.
Yeah, yeah. Which for some people that's okay. There are plenty of
That's
people
right.
that exit a miserable job, a W-2 job. They become a business owner. They work for themselves. They set their own
Right.
hours, and yeah, maybe they work there 5 days a week, maybe even 6 days a week, but they have no headaches. They can make as much money as they can, trading their time for their money. But then there's other people that want to grow and scale, and I happen to know that there's people at HomeTeam Inspection really on the biggest package, if you will, even for a big territory to start. You're probably about 75,000 to get in, and I know people doing $1 million in revenue in a HomeTeam inspection on a small investment. Now, I'm sure you'll have to get multiple territories at some point to get up to that level, but obviously there's a great opportunity. Tell us about the services for HomeTeam specifically. It's home inspection, but how do you explain
It's everything.
all that?
Yeah. So there's different ways to explain it. The actual services you provide, you can have about 15, 20 different services alongside your home inspection, which increases the revenue you can make per transaction. We have every type of inspection you can imagine: thermal inspections, sewer scopes, air quality tests, mold tests, pest inspections. All of these things are a way to maximize the customer that you have, and you're giving them a value that helps them protect their most important investment of their lives. So
Yeah.
really, you're right. You need multiple territories over time. We teach the people who go through the program with HomeTeam learn how to build a business that can scale. And with home inspections, it's a very low overhead business, so it's very profitable from the beginning. But if you can get it to a point to where you have multiple teams working for you, then you're just out there building relationships, and you have teams that are doing the inspections for you. That's our
Yeah,
goal.
I love that. It's not like my old Wingstop business where the food cost was 37%. So big
Oh wow.
margins in
Yeah.
home inspection.
Yeah, that's right. And we have a lot of people that come from the food service industry, and they're some of the hardest working people that we encounter. They're used to really long hours, really hard work. So when they come in and they work 40 hours a week doing home inspections, they make good money and their lifestyle is a lot better. So,
Easy peasy.
yeah.
So, who is a great franchise owner? You just gave us a little hint to that. People that are coming down from a crazy business like the restaurant business, they want to mellow out a little bit, have an easy life. But who
Yeah.
else? Who else is ideal for
You know,
this?
we attract people who care about people. We attract people who want to serve. And that has truly, we've had successful owners in every single area, every person, every background imaginable, men, women. Even in the last few years, we had from every demographic, somebody has been successful with HomeTeam. And really, their background and their experiences just make them connect with people better. So being willing to serve and connect with people and build relationships, the home inspections are the easy part. It's the caring about people and building those relationships.
Now, I would assume you want an owner that's going to be an active full-time owner, or do investor types come in and put a manager in place to run this?
Yeah, actually, some of our larger home team owners have operations managers in place where they actually will buy. Some of the largest ones have bought a pre-existing territory and grown it to a point where it is totally independent of them. They have operations manager who they manage, and then they can have flexibility in their time to go do sales for the company, go to events, and then just keep an eye on the daily operations. It takes time to get to that point, but that's definitely a place where many people strive to get to.
So, with other home inspection franchises out there, how is Home Team different?
Yeah, so HomeTeam is different kind of from the ground up. We're the last nationally held franchisor in this industry that is privately held. So we can make decisions that are good for the franchise owners long term. We don't have to worry about how our returns look quarter over quarter. So that being said, we have no profit centers, which is very different than most franchisors. Our only profit center is our royalty. We don't upcharge you on everything that you buy for your business. Most franchisors do. And our reasoning behind that is we are very small business minded. We want to put more money in your pocket so that you can grow your business. Because when you succeed, HomeTeam succeeds.
Fabulous. So, support and training are incredibly important. So, why is Home Team different regarding support and training, and really ensuring that franchisees are successful?
Yeah, we think of ourselves at our home office in Cincinnati as being in the owner services business. Our entire office is focused on how can we support the owner in every way. We support in software development. We support in giving you the softwares to help you smooth your operations. We have a coaching staff that will actually spend one-on-one time with you, training you on how to run your business. They'll go through your business's accounting and tell you where you need to make changes to help you become more profitable and cut out expenses. Many ways, but it's every area of the business. We have somebody in our office staff who is there to provide what you need or to teach you how to do it yourself.
So, Josh, how do you guys at Home Team, you're the VP, so how do you balance, let's say, managing growth and maintaining that company culture with the franchise owners and again, pushing them to be successful?
Yeah, well, we teach our owners that their business is the relationship business. They're building relationships, and we hold the same importance in our home office staff. We focus first on the relationships of our owners and how they perform in their business on a local level, which brings a lot of trust between us and our owners. So as we are spending all of our time focusing on coaching and supporting our owners, naturally we maintain the home team culture that we've had for the last 32 years in each individual location. So that's the main way, is by building the relationship. And any business can be successful if you care about people and you want to build a relationship with them.
And how long have you been with Home Team?
I've been with Home Team about 11 years, 10, 11 years.
Jeez,
and yeah.
How did you get into franchising? I would imagine you were like most people. You didn't go to college and think, I'm going to go into franchising.
Yeah, that's right. I worked in real estate investment. So when I back to the beginning, when I got out of high school, I actually became a home inspector, and then I was introduced to HomeTeam and started working with an owner in Louisville, Kentucky. And then I went to college and I started getting into real estate investment, property management out in Los Angeles. And when I came back, I had an opportunity to work in the accounting department for HomeTeam Corporate. And so I ended up working in the accounting department and working my way kind of through operations to where I am now. And
That's
just
awesome.
developed a love for the owners and the business.
Fabulous. I love that. So let's talk about artificial intelligence,
Okay.
also known as AI.
Yes.
Everybody wants to know how AI is going to make business better. In this case, with HomeTeam. So let me ask it this way. As far as business processes, how will AI, give me three top reasons or ways that AI is going to improve your business processes and systems?
Yeah. I mean, AI has helped us in so many ways. Three main ways that we've utilized it in our business is through our social media automation, um, reputation management, and then really streamlining our reporting process to make it less time consuming work for our owners. And our goal is to anywhere that we can apply AI to make life easier for our owners, it gives them more time to do what's the important part of their job, which is building those relationships, and which brings the return business. So they can do their job better in a lot less time and provide better support to those relationships that they're developing.
Yeah. And the way I always understand AI when anybody talks about it, truly, artificial intelligence really replaces maybe part of your brain and helps you speed up,
Yeah.
especially some of those automations or let's just say tasks that you repeat over and over again. Like if I could teach AI how to, like a robot to make my breakfast every morning, that would
Right.
save me time, right? All that prep, all that cooking every morning.
That's right. I'm looking forward to a Tesla robot for my house. No, it truly the repeatable tasks, the things that you have to do every single day, are important. That's why we do them, because we need to deliver on what we tell these people that we're working with, our clients, what they're going to receive. But the more of that we can offload to a robot who can do it just as well, the better. So we can focus on the things that take a human, which there's some things that just won't be replaced, and that's building relationships is a big one.
What are the biggest challenges that franchise owners face in the home inspection business, and how do you guys address those?
Yeah. So one of the biggest issues that owners face is the fear of selling. So one of the things that we focus on is training from day one how to sell, and it's really more about not how great our product is. It's about why are you doing this. You need to have a reason to make these people that you're trying to sell to connect with you. And that if they can see why you're doing it and that you're passionate about what you're doing and you care about them, that's what actually has that relationship building quality to it. So we focus on why, and we teach our owners everybody has a reason why they wanted to start a business. So we teach them to share that with the people that they're trying to connect with. We focus on the business and the sales, and then the home inspections they take care of. That's the easy part.
Got it. Good stuff. So, if I was going to ask you, you've been at Home Team for so long, if I was going to ask you to think of the top five franchise owners, you have how many franchise owners right now, roughly?
So we've got about 175 owners with a couple hundred locations territory-wise.
Yeah. So the average owner has a few territories.
Yeah, some most newer owners have about one territory is where they start because it takes a while to maximize one territory, and then as they grow, they'll either buy territory around them to kind of expand their space. But yeah, there's a handful that have multiple territories.
Yeah. So if you're going to think of the top five franchise owners, or even the
Right.
top 10,
Yeah.
what traits? Give me three traits that they all have in common that really have caused them to be more successful than the others.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. You would think that in a business that you develop relationships, you'd think it would be their personality. A lot of times, these guys are not salespeople naturally. They just are passionate about what they do. They care about the people around them. They care about the families that they're supporting. So they do what they need to do. So I'd say one is that respect for the people that you're supporting with your business. Two is discipline, because discipline is just doing the hard thing that you know you need to do when you don't want to do it. So those guys are disciplined. They care about the people in their organization, and I would say they respect their work. So they come and they show up and they actually deliver on the promises that they give to these customers and their referral sources.
I love that. That's wonderful. So what's coming next? I mean, 2025 has just begun, and AI is changing the face of the universe. Any other thoughts on what's coming?
Yeah, I mean, AI is changing a lot of things, and we're anywhere that we can implement in a way that's going to smooth operations, we try to do that, and we're trialing stuff all the time. The real estate market is in a really interesting place. It's at a very low point for the last 30 years, but most of our owners were up last year, and it's because they're doing the work with the help of all these softwares and everything, the support that we can provide, so they have the time that's available to focus on the sales. But it's an exciting time. I mean, we have proven that it doesn't matter what the market's doing, it's about what the owner's doing. So we encourage our owners to continue getting out there and gaining market share. And no matter what happens in the real estate industry, there's always going to be more inspections to go capture. So we're excited.
Talk a little bit about marketing, because anybody that's exploring a franchise, just like the first question I asked you today, like, why do you have to franchise a home inspection company?
Right.
Well, that could be asked about anything. And
That's
the
right.
reality is people are always looking for great marketing, and most people are intimidated by that. So what are you doing for marketing when people are out of training? What is that sort of grand opening, if you will, or ramp up like?
Right. Well, we actually have put together a beautiful portfolio of marketing materials for pretty much every aspect of your business. So we have the core principles that set our business apart from everybody else, our unique selling propositions that are very professionally designed, and then we can customize them to fit every single territory that we service. So we have a portfolio that anybody that's in a HomeTeam system can go through and say, I'm going to this sort of event, I'm dealing with these sort of people, this is what you need for your marketing materials. You're trying to get into this real estate office, this is what we recommend. And so we have something for every area of the business that would just take years to develop a brand like that yourself if you were starting from scratch, and a lot of money. So we have put all that together, and our owners just have access to it.
Yeah, it's great that you're not reinventing the wheel. You have plenty of owners under your belt that you've put through this process before, and technology just keeps getting better, and marketing, there are always more and more options. Josh, I hear you guys have a real team approach to actually doing the inspections that's pretty unique, so share that.
Yeah, so the most important part about HomeTeam is the team. It really sets us apart from everybody else in the industry. And we came up with the team based on feedback that we got from agents when we originally started the business. We kept hearing over and over again, it's so hard to get my home inspector in because his schedule is so full. Whenever I try a new inspector, he always shows up in beat up truck and dirt on his shirt, and rough unprofessionalism is really the issue. And then the other one is agents would show up for an inspection. It would take them all day. So they can't do anything else the rest of the day. They got to stay there with the inspector, which they have to do. So with those key concerns, we created the team approach, which is where we bring 2 or more people to every inspection. They're all inspectors. They go through the house in a very organized manner so we can do the inspection a lot faster. Typically, it would take 2 to 3 hours with a normal one-man inspector. We can do it in 90 minutes or less. We show up in branded vehicles with our polos tucked in, clean shaven, and then we have, because we have a team and we can do more inspections per day, we can schedule a lot sooner. So typically we have 24 to 48 hour availability, which we kind of attacked all the major issues we saw with the industry and utilized the team to kind of overcome those.
So Josh, as a guy that's been in a successful franchise for years, what is your advice for folks watching or listening to this right now? Should I pick a franchise? Should I get an existing business that maybe isn't a franchise, or should I start my own thing? What's your advice for them?
Well, it's all about what your end goal is. it's much easier to follow a pattern that you know has had success over the years, a time-tested model that you know will bring you a successful business, rather than reinventing the wheel and hoping that it works out. When you do a business alone, it's a huge amount of risk, but you also don't have anybody else on your side to help you if times get tough. So really, if you want to have something that you know is going to work and you have support to get you through the ups and the downs, because every business has ups and downs, then franchising is for you.
Awesome. Josh, you've been fabulous. And final thoughts, final words of wisdom for the audience.
Oh, man. Some of the best advice I ever received, which I apply to pretty much every day of my life, is make decisions based on principle rather than emotion. When the times get tough, you make the decision that is wise based on your experience, based on your knowledge. Don't make the emotional decisions.
Great place to leave it. Josh Spires, VP, HomeTeam Inspection Service. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lance.
If you're ready to talk about franchise opportunities, hit the link below to schedule a call. My services are free, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.